clarity about the kingdom of God. According to him, without is within state allegories, but levels are only accessible when the ego dissolves and the soul free. Jesus had crossed. Not only had he overcome temptations, but he had established a bridge between worlds. Various mystics claim that in the desert, Jesus made direct one of the higher. Other sources interacted from the Sirius constellation or the Universal White Brotherhood. Different names, perhaps, for the same truth. He was communing with intelligences that inhabit higher planes and that follow the evolution of Earth. Celestial voices, yes, but that echo beyond common religiosity, guiding planetary cycles and awakened souls. What remains for us then is to acknowledge that the desert was not just a time, it was a spiritual laboratory, a moment of profound vibrational realignment where Jesus accessed the dimensions from which his greatest teachings would come. And it was also a rehearsal for the cross. For those who pass through the invisible portals must first die to the old world. There, in the absolute silence, Jesus' mind resonated with the cosmic codes of love, compassion, and eternal truth. And when he returned, he was no longer the same. He was with the invisible, headed to long before through Galilee, a mysterious operating between the lines of the scriptures. The Old Testament, filled with symbolism and enigmas, presents one of the most controversial and fascinating words in the Hebrew tradition, Elohim. Normally translated as God, this word appears in the plural and carries with it an ambiguity that challenges simple interpretations. Who, after all, are the Elohim? Would they be connected to the same spiritual order with which Jesus would have communed? Or would they be a separate hierarchy, guardians of ancient interdimensional planes, whose echoes still resonated in the times of the Messiah? The word Elohim appears more than 2,000 times in the Old Testament. In Hebrew, it is a plural form of Eloah, but interestingly, it is used with singular verbs, creating a linguistic and theological paradox. Why is this plurality embedded in the very nature of the Creator? Many traditional theologians interpret this as a plural of majesty, an expression of reverence. But other scholars, especially Kabbalists, Gnostics, and researchers of esoteric traditions, see in this plural a clear indication of a plurality of consciousnesses. Not a solitary God, but a council of divine intelligences, a heavenly order that acts in unison. This interpretation changes everything. If the Elohim are a collective, a fraternity of superior beings, it suggests that since the beginning of time, there has been a group guiding the creation and evolution of consciousness on Earth. Furthermore, this group could very well have continued its work throughout the centuries, acting through prophets, visionaries, and spiritual masters. Moses, for example, spoke with a burning bush that did not consume itself, and heard instructions from an invisible voice. This same presence is described as Elohim in Hebrew texts. Could the Elohim be the invisible mentors behind the great revelations? Throughout the Old Testament, we see a recurring relationship between the Elohim and luminous manifestations, such as pillars of fire, speaking clouds, voices